Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. Hope you're all doing well. Smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit the notification bell. You've all just listened to that shit show of a press conference. No disrespect to Daniel there, but we have signed 3 attackers in the most important area of the pitch, all who come with previous injury concerns, previous injury history, grand sum of 15 million. 2 of them have come on a free. So they're opportunities that the club have took that haven't spent them a penny, which means they've still got fecking money available. There's talk of one more player coming in. It looks like we've had to have players exit in order for that to happen, one of them being Largi Ramazani. And we're hopefully going to bring another player in. Noah Okafor, who's been bought for 15 million, who comes with prior injury history, is a major doubt. So this is what happens when you buy players. Someone's put it there, injury fetish FC. Like, this is where we're at. Injury fetish FC. I'm pissed off. Why are we not spending? Exactly. Why are we not spending? I like that one as well. All Leeds A&E. All Leeds A&E. That's a brilliant. Look, at the end of the day, we have 4 days left. There's talk of one player. You know, that's what Graham Smith's saying. And it probably makes sense, right? Because it's like 1 in, 1 out at the minute. We saw Schmidt sanctioned, Justin in. Winger comes in for larger, hopefully on the right-hand side. But I'm being real with you now, yeah? The front 4, 3, however you want to look, it's not good enough. It's not. And I think we'll go down with it, which is horrible. But how can it be good enough? How can you be ready to spend 30, 35 million on Paixão and then try and tell me there isn't other wingers out there? Do you remember when they came with that narrative? Fuck off. I could give Andrea, Lockie, people in this chat 35 million and say, go buy me a player, and they'd buy me one that would improve Leeds United. Genuinely. I know people that play FIFA, play Football Manager, that I said, here's 35 million, go buy a player. They'd buy them. And they'd probably improve us. It's not that difficult. They're out there. I swear to God, it's not that difficult. Of course, we don't know about contracts and that, but if I said to you, here's 35 million, go find a player that Leeds United could buy, you could buy him. You could buy him. Do you know what I'm seeing, yeah? What's pissing me off as well? Wolves. Uche. Right, we're going to get him 20 million, deals off, boom, on to the next target. Or that player's injured, on to the next target. West Ham have had a shit start to the season. There's 43 million on Fernandez. He's going to improve us. You know? Yeah, Adam Gives Me Wood lasted for about 5 days, didn't it? And then since then, I need Viagra. I need a Bluey. Need something. There's so many players available. So many players available. Where's that money? Where's the money for Paixão? Tell me, where's it gone? Who's it gone on? If you were willing to spend 35 million on Paixão, if you were willing to pay for Siddiqui, if you were willing to pay for Diarra, if you were willing to pay for Bakwa, where the fuck's the money? Where is it? And Muniz, yeah, Rodrigo Muniz, where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where has it gone? Because you have only spent 15 million of it. And you spent that 15 million on a player who has bad injury record. On bad injury records. You've managed to get 2 strikers in on a free. Oh, don't start with this. Please don't start with this. Because that's copium. Because I was told in January the reason we didn't spend is because we were going to go mental in the summer. If this is mental, then we'll all be in an asylum, won't we? We'll all be like Joker. Do you know what I mean? We'll all be going to Arkham if this is what you consider mental spending. I'm sorry. The thing is with Parag as well, people mention him in the chat. My man's quick to get in front of the Sky cameras. He's quick to come out and do interviews and be like, yeah, this was always in the plan. We've been preparing for 18 months. We're going to spend every single penny. And goes on Sky before the Everton game. Yeah, man, we know all these things are going to happen. You know, history tells us all business gets done. You can't tell me. You look at that front four, the most positive of Leeds United fans. Most positive of Leeds United fans, and say that's enough. Because the facts are, Mecha isn't a massive goal scorer, right? He's looked good when he's come on. Probably should have been better starting against Arsenal, but he played against Sheff Wednesday and was missing. The positive, I'll say, for Calvert-Lewin, he got into the right positions. But can you depend on both of them, considering their injury records and their goal-scoring record, to keep you up in the division? I would argue no. You've also got Joel Pirro. It's a massive step up. It is a massive step up. Let's be honest. And in a lot of the games, we're going to need a striker that's going to be able to battle centre-backs, not stand in front of them. Saliba and Gabriel will not have an easier afternoon than they had against Leeds United. Now, I don't blame Pirro for that. I blame the manager for that. Yeah? But there are options. I wasn't enamoured by Okafor's performance against Sheff Wednesday. Sometimes he forgot to take the ball from him, with him. Did this a few times, but still didn't beat his man. And James, we know the step up to the Premier League is different. You need a different technical je ne sais quoi, you know? Je ne sais quoi. Now, of course, let me just respond to this. Okay, fair enough. Of course, he has to sign off. Also, so did the recruitment team. So we can't just label it at the manager's door. We have to label it at all of them. We have to label it at all of them. We have to, right? So now, Newcastle, we're without Ampadu Tanaka. So it's the same midfield three of Stack, Longstaff, Gruev. Okay, that's your midfield three. Then up front, it's going to be either, because I don't think, based on, you read between the lines, it sounds like Calvert-Lewin's not ready to start yet. He's not ready to start yet. So it's probably going to be Mecha, because Pirro played as many minutes as he did midweek. So it's probably going to be Mecha with James and Nonto. It's not good enough. I'm sorry, it's not good enough. And with regards to this, okay, I don't even want to debate the players, right? I hear you. But even if they were sold, do you have faith that they would have been replaced? That's the point. No. I don't have faith that they would have been replaced. No, I'm not. I'm blaming the manager as well, of course. Damar, please. I am. But they also need to give him players. So he wants an attack. He wanted a 10 for a while. They still... Look, if they don't give him players, he's going to be sacked anyway, right? Those that want a manager sacked, okay, so I would say to you, are you happy with the squad that we have? Are you happy that this new manager... And don't talk to me about Jose Mourinho. I like Jose Mourinho. But Jose Mourinho struggled to get a shot on target in his last game, you know? Right, again, the other day, you're having a me moment here. You're up and down like a yo-yo, Matty. But my point is, they will have spoken to multiple players, but you get paid a very handsome salary to convince these players. That's the point of your role. If you are not doing that to a sufficient level, then you need to leave your role. Just like if everyone stopped watching this, I would have to go out and get another job. If Farker doesn't get results, he'll get sacked. If Adam Underwood and those the powers that be can't convince a player to come to our football club, which should be easy because you're a Premier League club and it's Leeds United, we're not a small club. If you can't convince players, then you also need to be for the high jump. The window is 5 out of 10. The window is 5 out of 10. It's going to be, it's even worse that one of the better signings, wouldn't call him marquee, but one of the better signings is already injured after playing not even 90 minutes of football. You know? No, but agreed. But you could have a 10/winger like a Buonanotte so that when you do go for a 4-2-3-1, you can also use him in the 10. Of course. But so you can still move. There are wingers that can play in the 10. There are some out there that can play in the 10. It's not as easy as everyone said last season, like Nontucker, Solomon, he can play in 10. But there are. Buonanotte is a perfect example of that. He's got equal amount of time spent on the right wing as in the centre and in the 10. Bilal El Khanous could be another you could consider that play that role. There are 10s out there that can also play out wide. Yeah, massive. Well, we already are, bro. This, I mean, bro, we've played it once. We've played that one. No, well, 4-1-2-3. No, we've been playing 4-3-3. Are you on about Ampadu in the 6 and the 2 midfielders? But yeah, I suppose. But we don't. We need to 4-3-3 is the best way for us to go right now, if that's what you're referring to. But yeah, just on this, right? We're going up against the Newcastle side, and I'm speaking to Kendall tonight. So we've got a stream set for 10 o'clock because it's a late one. We can only do later. That's fine. I'm on a few Newcastle channels as well, right? So I'll have some more information on them. But they're not on the bare bones, but they're missing. They could be missing like 5 key players. This could be the perfect opportunity for Leeds at home to get a result. It now transpires we're missing 3 players, right? So we're missing 2 of our best midfielders. So any losses they have, they bring in Jacob Murphy, they bring in Josh Murphy. They're of a level, right? So we struggle there. And then Okafor's out, so you can't play Nonto. I would have liked to be honest, I don't think James should be starting right now. So I would have Nonto on the right and Okafor on the left. It sounds like Okafor's a majored out, so we're weaker there. Who's going to start up top? Because I don't have faith in Mecha. He's looked okay, but do we have enough that he'll score the goals? He's not gotten any on the end of any chances, at least with Calvert-Lewin. Admittedly, it was against poor opposition. Game state, the lads were tired. They've been playing 90 minutes, and some of them had never played this level of football before. So maybe I'm being too kind to Calvert-Lewin. Some of them lads that played for Wednesday won't ever play full first-team football, right? Like, they might not. That might be the highest they ever go, right? Because this happens a lot. We've played players in our team before, and they've never been seen. What about the White House brothers, for example? When Monk was here, they're gone. But my point is, like, so that might be why. But at least with Calvert-Lewin, he got on the end of 3 chances. If we go with Pirro against Newcastle, write it off. Yeah, I feel harsh on Pirro. It's not his fault. He's not that type of striker. The Everton game, he was good, but we struggle, man. We struggle. I don't think that's why they're turning us down, bro, because guess what? In January, Ipswich, Leicester, Southampton, they still brought players in. They still brought players in, man. I don't think he will, Sean, against Newcastle. Why would he do that, bro? I don't know. It's bad when mate, I go through these stages. I'm up and down, you know what I mean? But now, with only 4 days left and the tripe that we're hearing, it's not good, is it? It's genuinely not good. Now, if we could have some proper points in the conversation instead of just manager and all that, because I want to focus on what we can do right now, not because I don't want to because I don't want to get into this discussion because it pisses me off, it pisses you off, and we just end up like crashing out. Because that's where I'm at, right? I can't wait for September 1st. Genuinely cannot. Journo's as poor as the back end of the window. Yeah, reuse. Stupid, man. Do you know? Someone asked. Is it safe to say that Okafor's are signing for the future? He's 25-year-old. What are you even asking that question for? The fuck are you going on about? He's 25. Why was that even a question? Considering the age profile of Noah Okafor, would you consider that that's one for the... What are you going to do with that? What are you putting in your articles about that? What, is a year younger than some of the signings? He's 25. What the fuck? We don't want to hear about that. We want to hear what you're going to do about that. What you're going to do. You know, you said the other day against Wednesday that it worked kids when in actual fact they had one first team player. What went wrong? You know, how many players do you actually think you need? Do you know what I mean? Are you having conversations with Adam? What's he going to say to that? No. You know, the fan base are getting, you know, worried. This talk online of there only being one signing. Do you think that is enough? See what he says to that. I don't want to know if he thinks Noah Okafor's a signing for the future. He's 25. Mental. Mate, he said a major doubt. Big up, Boston. Big up. I don't think he will, man. He played the longest of anyone, right? Are we broke 15 million? It's not big money, is it? Smash that like for the fam. Yeah, please do. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat. Plus asking if he had to do anything different if Arsenal played again like we didn't. It is mad. I think it's maybe to keep relationships. Right now, I'm worried. To be honest, I kept my powder dry. Consider Joe last summer, because I was saying it's a continuation. But do you know what? They haven't let us down. But right now, do we have enough? The answer is no. Right now, do we have enough? The answer is no. Do I feel let down for the signings that we've made in the striker areas? Yes. I don't think it's crazy to say that. It could work, right? It could work. Maybe Okafor doesn't get injured. Maybe Calvert-Lewin, and we see the Calvert-Lewin that we got. But it's a massive risk. A huge risk. Our attack is still championship. I think the lineup that you see on Newcastle in the forward areas, well, is championship. I don't think that's crazy to say. I love Metro and Piro up front for Saturday, but you want them to play two up front? Or Piro in the 10 and no, 4-3-3. If we don't have three in midfield, we'll get run all over from Newcastle. They will just run all over us. 100%. Run all over us. If Joe Linton makes it, Bruno G and Jacob Murphy run all over us. You want a double pivot of Gruev and Longstaff? Nah. Run all over. We need a three-man midfield. We need a better striker up top. Hopefully Calvert-Lewin, but it'll be Metcha. Don't play Piro, and you just have to hope. Inshallah. It's not ideal, but we'll be back in 100%. 100%. You know I will. That's not for question. 100%. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And when the window shuts, I'll still believe that fact. But now, right now, because moods up, ebb and flow, it's not looking good, mate. What do you want me to say? Did I think we would do more? Yeah. I think we all did, right? We've been linked to Paixão, Bakwa, Demirovic. Good names that come at a premium. Instead, we've got 2 frees and a 15 million winger who's not had a great time in Italy. He went on loan to Napoli. He played like 2 or 3 games. I believe, like Jack says here, we're still this. We still need this, but we're hearing just one. We're hearing just one. Joe, we will definitely have Tonali, Shah, Joe Linton, Gordon, and Isak out. Probably Chow comes in, who played against us in pre-season for Milan. Ramsey comes in, Lewis Miley, and Willock. Again, it's still strong, isn't it? It's still strong. Yeah. Yeah, but I feel that we need one to go out before we come in. Yeah, exactly. The 4-2-3-1 is not a shout at all. Yeah, we get ran all over. Yeah. 9. It's going to be rock hard, man. It's going to be rock hard. I don't know. You tell me. Probably on the stadium expansion. Hopefully, mate. This is where hopefully, Matty. Hopefully. Please. I hope and pray that this happens. Yeah, that's of course. Because at the time, I felt you needed hammering. It's not that deep, man. It's like you're not allowed to change your opinion. I agree with Jonathan here, 100%. You know, someone like Bakwa, Buonanotte, Demirovic. But guess what? That's going to cost you nearly 90 million. They're not going to do that. The most we've spent on a player is 15, right? Imagine. Yeah, well, I'm hoping, but Matt, everything is saying one. Bro, what are you going on about? It's Arabic. It's Arabic. It's Arabic, bro. It's a language. Just like I say hello to you, that is English. Saying inshallah is Arabic. What are you going on about, bro? You said something the other day. Inshallah means if God wills it. Have faith. If God wills it, we'll get more players in. Stop being a bigot. Stop being a bigot, bro. Please. Yeah? Otherwise, you'll be blocked from the channel. Buonanotte, maybe, yeah, there's still loans out there. Oh, tell me about it, Footy Corner. It's fucking embarrassing, isn't it, bro? It's embarrassing. It's mental, man. Mental. It's crazy. You know? It's disappointing. Yeah, he deserves a ban. Can one of the mods ban him, please? You don't get no second chances with that. With that shit. You said something the other day as well. Yeah, exactly. Big up Footy Corner TV. Like, imagine that. And even if I was speaking about religion, politics, so what? We should all love each other. You shouldn't be on this video right now. This shouldn't be your main takeaway. Do you know what I mean? It's mental. Anyway, let's actually go into what was said. What was said? Do you know what I mean? My brother. This is what I did try do. Yeah. Why even bring up the comment? Because people need to be put out. You know, people need to be educated, I guess, because this is the point, right? It is about education. The right, the left, it's about education, I believe. We're all fucking humans. We're all humans. That is all. We should want the best for each other, not take this side of the news, not take that side of the news, because whoever's perpetuating that news for you has an agenda. Has an agenda. That's what it is. That's why I don't watch no fucking mainstream news anymore. With this, mate, he put the majority of his positions is shared between 10 and right. 10 and right. 10 and right. So can play. This is true, Matthew, because you're coming to the wrong place. Big up, Bob. Yeah, you're coming to the wrong place. Let's actually talk about what's been said. Leeds want an attacking player for the right side of the pitch. That's coming from the Leeds lens. As Graham Smith done his article, I am subscribed to it, so hopefully we'll get that up in a second. Mate, don't listen to don't listen to what was I going to say? Timo Werner. Don't listen to Timo Werner. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's have a look here. Right, there we go. Me and Graham Smith are emailing one another. It's not actually to do with anything transfer news, though. I'm just trying to see when the new piece is out. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Just to see when the new newsletter piece is out. Because I subscribe to it now, and I'm interested to see what he's saying. Let me just get that back up, because I'm assuming. Let me just respond here and find out. Has the new one been released yet? So Okafor's a major doubt. It was out earlier, was it? I haven't seen that. Oh, my car's coming to get picked up as well. If it has, then it must be going into my junk. Let's have a look. If you've had it, when did you get it? What time, if you don't mind? Because I mustn't be getting it, and I'm definitely fucking subscribed to it. Does anyone know? I don't think it's come out. He did a tweet. Yeah, he did a tweet, but he didn't actually release it yet, I don't think. I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening with Mevs, because I'd like him to go. I'd like Bamford to go at this stage, so we can maybe spend some fucking money, right? Because that's what we need. We need to spend some cash at this point. When you actually go through Leeds United's transfer window, I don't know if you can have positives left at this stage. Genuinely, can you? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think you can. Because we're seeing other players pick up decent pickups, man. Other teams, sorry. And we're just not doing it. I do want to go through what's been said in the presser dome, and we'll talk about that stuff as well. Mate, apparently they're on blower to Farker. We'll talk about it now anyway. There is some of the key news bits going through this, so we'll go through. So let's see what was being said. So he said, "Look, we're disappointed after the cup result. Even on our way back, though, we got rid of it. We'll get into it, Yorkshireman. I've seen it, bro. Just chill. I don't lose your rag, bro, with me. We were agreeing last week, and now we're not. Even on the way back, we were focused on Newcastle. Tough start with the first 3 fixtures. Listen, I predicted 3 points from the first 3. If we lose, we lose. It's probably expected against this Newcastle side. If we had a fully fit midfield, I'd back us. But I don't know. I'd take a point at this point. 1-1. 1-1. Listen, Russ, I've seen you saying get the manager gone now, and I've seen stats say it as well. Like, if these lads are losing their heads, it's going to be long. But yeah, even on way back, we were focused on Newcastle. Tough start with the first 3 fixtures. 2 sides finished in the top 4. That's Arsenal and Newcastle. Sometimes wish with we had these fixtures after Champions League games, after European games, which, you know, later on in the season, I get it. We haven't had a proper week to prepare because we played on Tuesday. But we know at home, at Ellen Road, we always have a chance, right? We always have a chance, which is right. And it's at 5:30. It's a good time. Let's go. He was asked about Newcastle's strength. He said, I watched the game on Monday. We watched it. They were the better side with 11 men. Then they became the better side with 10 men. I don't think we can disagree. And the fact that we have Ampadu and Tanaka out, it's going to be, tough. And both played in the Everton game. So it's going to be hard to replace players of this caliber. So even with their key players, if we had Tanaka and Ampadu, maybe it's more even. It's still a bit of a mountain to climb. But let's not wave the white flag. Transfer window, he says, I've always been open. We wanted to strengthen the goalkeeper, defence, fullback and midfield. I believe we've done that. And I don't disagree with him. We probably could do with a more creative force in the midfield as an 8, but he's not gone for that. And that's on the manager, right? He said, we want to improve the offense. I want to hear we are going to. Not we want to, right? Ellen Road support, he said, each point matters. I like we won the first game with a top performance for a newly promoted side. It's crucial we make Ellen Road a fortress. We need a point average of every game. So you need like 38 points, which would add up, right? 36 points in 9 of the last 10 seasons. So you stay in the division. So that would be enough a point a game. That's what the manager and the team behind the scenes will say, So even if we lose this game, he's not going to get sacked, folks. If that's what you hope for, he won't be. He won't be sacked. They'll have that in the mind. Point a game. And if after 3 we've only got 3 points, it is bang on, really. But he said each point matters. I like we won the first game with a top performance from a newly promoted side. It's crucial you make Ellen Road a fortress. We need a point average of the game to stay up and break the curse. And he believes we'll get some points away from home as well, which I do, right? We play Sunderland, Burnley. You hope you win them games, right? And in them games, they'll go with a 4-2-3-1, and that's why I'd like us to have an option as a 10 that can maybe play on the right as well. He was asked about the players that are leaving today. Largi Ramazani, Isaac Schmidt, they've been allowed to travel to talk with clubs. Not confirmed yet, but we expect this to happen. He said, there's no point in me giving you a percentage right now in terms of offensive signings. If 1 or 2, we will see. I need you to be more confident. I need you to be telling me we're going to get them because we need them, right? He was asked about James Justin. He said, I was honest with him that it's going to be hard for him because we have competitions in these positions, but he can play right back and left back. He can add goals and assists and also defend. Whenever he delivers, he plays. And, he does. So, for me, James Justin's a great backup. There's no issues there. He mentioned about our midfield up against theirs, how dominant theirs is. He said it's a bit tricky. Our midfield's a bit thin, which it is, right? We've got Longstaff, Gruev, and Stack. He said, but we'll find some solutions, might set up differently. I won't say too much, but we still have options. it'll be a midfield three, I'm sure. Maybe we'll go 5 at the back. Maybe we go 5 at the back. You know, maybe we go 5 at the back. I've deleted you from the channel anyway, Brooke, so you don't even have to worry about it. Newcastle again. So he said we've had a few. They've got a few problems with Isak, and they have injuries. Andy Howe's done an incredible job. He's improved the squad depth, and that's true, right? That is true. Because even now, Ramsey's come in, improves them. Marcus Chow's come in, the centre back. He's come in, improves them. You know, if you finish in the top 4, you're a good side, is what Farke said, and that's true, right? No, I don't want to be seeing Pascal in midfield. I just don't. That's not a solution. If that's the only solution they can come up with, go buy another number 6. Go buy. You know. He was asked about Calvert-Lewin and about it nearly being a dream start for him. And he said, look, everybody wishes for a dream start, but football is not dreamland. I was quite pleased with the 40 minutes that he played after 6 weeks with no games. He got in the right areas, which is what I'd said. He said we'll build up fitness. That's why I don't think he'll start. So I think it's going to be Mecha. You know, we want to have him fit. We've got the international breaks, 2 weeks training. So that's an important thing to consider, right? But it wasn't right areas, though, as Candle said here. But that's a good thing when a striker's getting in them areas, because before that, no striker did. So that is decent of him. He was asked about Okafor's performance against Sheffield Wednesday. I didn't think it was great, but he said he should have scored. Yes, fair enough. And that was the one time the 10, which on this occasion was Pirro, turned and slid him in. He got the strike off. The number 10 wasn't doing that enough. First game in the 11, everyone came through, but Okafor is a doubt with his groin. Fuck's sake. Set pieces. Bought Giants. Set pieces. Said, listen, don't like to take too much story that we only signed Giants. It is poor when you see the stills from the first goal from Timber, who is in between both our centre-backs. You can't even see him when the balls come over, and he somehow gets in the back of it. But if I'm being honest, they're good at them. I don't think so. Farke hasn't done that before. I don't think he's one of them. And one of those Giants takes the free kicks, yeah. He was then asked about communication with Underwood. Sometimes we speak once a day. Sometimes we speak 20 times a day. He mentioned speaking to him almost close to midnight last night. At least they're working. But, yeah. Yeah? Yeah, I'll come out. I'm just working. I'll be 2 minutes. I'll give you a shout, yeah? I hope you're all right anyway. No problem. Sorry, it was just neighbour. She's got some dog food for me. Right, so Ramazani's exit. He said, I won't say a bad word about Larger. Always a professional. He's played an important part. Fair to say, didn't get many minutes in the Championship. Whether you agree with that or disagree with that, the manager's correct there. He didn't. I could always count on him to do the unexpected. I wish him the best. He's a great human being. Hopefully can show it in Spain. What he was saying, right, is like, I didn't play him in Championship, so I'm not going to play him in Prem. That's what he said. Now, you can agree or disagree on that decision, but that was his... Yeah, that was his stick, right? He was asked then about potentially there being other exits. I think it was more a case of asking about Harrison and Aronson, and he said, "We want competition. Too early to judge what happens, but Aronson are pretty much in my plans. Wouldn't have started them if not. So that's why Harrison and Aronson have started and played in games because they're in his plans. I don't expect there to be any more outgoings. Can never rule anything out." And that was it, really. So you hope they're going to replace Larger with a right winger. I think the club, though, and this is what I've thought, and I'll say this, the club haven't put a permanent in Larger's deal. Why? Because the manager might not be here when he comes back. They tried to put a recall clause in by all accounts as well that they couldn't get through. So what does that tell you? Genuinely. So that might give you a nod, and that's smart. That's smart, right? Because too many times at other football clubs, people are allowed to leave, and then the manager. It's like Kobe Mainoo at Manchester United. It's like Kobe Mainoo at Manchester United. If they sold him and Amorim gets sacked, then it's like, why the fuck did we sell that guy, right? So yeah, that's for those that want the manager gone. That's something to cling on to, I guess. Big up to Boston. I don't think they don't, mate. They don't. That was something that was misread and misinterpreted. They don't. There is no buy option in Ramazani. There is in Schmidt, but not in Ramazani. Ramazani will return to the football club. So yeah. We'll have to wait and see. Now, like I said, it's a case of Leeds United now. You know, worst press. Someone just put big up Danny, by the way. Worst press conference questions in Europe. You'll never sing that. You've signed tall players. Do you think Okafor will get better in the future? That blew my mind, by the way. Is it safe to say he's one for the future? That's something you get asked on Football Manager. My man's 25. He's 25. It's mad. Oh, God. Sorry. Yeah, it was, John. I know. Don't know what we do. 100%, man. 100%. We have to hope. Just on this as well, sorry, I've missed this out, and I know people have mentioned it a few times. Daniel Farker, after you lose a game against Arsenal, you would change everything. Decisions we took before the game, I would do the same again. This group played well against Villarreal, Milan and Everton. If you change this, everyone would question, why is he going away from the winning formula? Well, we didn't win any of them games. We won against Everton, right? So we didn't beat Milan. We didn't beat Villarreal, and it was pre-season, right? Let's not get too hung up on that, Daniel, because it was pre-season. So, yes, you beat Milan, but they played their second string because they played Chelsea the day after. So that's a flaw. Villarreal also had Arsenal a couple of days later, and they won that game. So, boom. So, yeah, they might have played well in that games, but there's context. Yes, we beat Everton. I thought we played really well. But you can't tell me you go to Arsenal. If he went to Arsenal tomorrow and played the same team and the same way, then yeah, of course. Even I'm going, well, you're fucking mental. What are you doing? Newcastle, I expect us to play the same way I do. We're at home. Let's do that. I don't mind that, genuinely. But if we then went to City, let's say our next game's City and he plays the same way, then I will say you are doing the same things and expecting different results. You're going to lose your job. I know it's mental, right? But for me, it was almost as simple as changing the striker and giving us an outlet. Genuinely. But I'm not a football manager, right? So, you know, but I agree with what people are saying. That is a worry. If you're saying that you would do the same things and coming away from a winning formula, which in actual fact wasn't a winning formula because you only won one game and that was Everton and you were at home, right? Yeah, 100%. I agree with you, Jamie. And it's almost like you're throwing them games. Do you know what the mad thing is? The odd game, you might win one. But we've been in that situation before with Jesse Marsh. You know, so yeah, you might win one. But, boom. Of course I am Yorkshireman because I'm not mental. I am still backing him, yes, until it is not in a position where I can back him. We've played 2 games in the league. We've won one. We've lost one. It's not enough to even be talking about that yet. I don't know. Like, we've just come off the back of 2 amazing championship seasons. I don't know what you want from me. I'm not going to sit here and say the manager should be gone. It's just, I'm not. That's it. Nope, not at all. Again, I won't have this. The reason I won't have this, because the same narrative was spun in January. It's copium. It's copium. That's all that is. Genuinely. Genuinely. Well, if we lose our next 5, then we'll have another conversation 100%, but I don't think that'll happen. I think we could get a point of the weekend. We then play Fulham. We then play Wolves. So that's 3. Let me just check the rest of them fixtures. One sec. So you think we're losing the next 5. And in that time, we've got Newcastle at home, Fulham away, Wolves away, Bournemouth at home, and then Tottenham at home. We can't lose all 5. We can't lose all 5 and won't lose all 5. We won't lose all 5. Sorry, just let me respond to Jack. Where's it gone? I can't find your comment now, but if you don't think they were 2 amazing seasons, then you are entitled. You are entitled. You are entitled and think we are better than what we were. We got 90 points and 100 points. We played amazing games, won 5, 6s. That is 2 amazing seasons in the championship, winning week in, week out. He's lost 15 games in his whole time here. If you don't think they're amazing seasons, then I don't know. Maybe maybe you were around in the 70s. But genuinely, in the past 2 decades of this football club, we've had a couple of seasons under Bielsa and Daniel Farke. That is it. Everything else has been absolutely shit. But that doesn't change that there were 2 amazing seasons. That doesn't change that, bro. Come on. It doesn't change that fact. If you don't think they were amazing seasons, then what are to you? What are to you, genuinely? Give me an amazing season you've had outside of that. Come on. Like, let's be fair. That's not being fair. They are. I've been a Leeds fan to know that, fucking hell. You know? In what world did we almost bottle autos when we got... What? See, this is lies. Lies and lies. How did we almost bottle automatics when we got 100 points? The fuck is that, bro? How can you say we almost bottled automatics? 100 points, you almost bottled it, though. What? You're just making things up to be edgy. Like, it's mental. But listen, I'll be back. I'm on Never a Foul at 4. No, I'm not. I'm on Potts' channel at 4. I'm on Away Days later on. I'm on another Newcastle channel at 9. And then I'll be back here at Kendall 10 talking opposition, talking Newcastle. So I'll catch you then, folks. I'm going to leave you with this.
What's going on? Where's the signings? What's going on? Where's the signings? Where's the signings? What's going on? Where's the signings? What's going on? Where's the signings? What's going on?